Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome to another episode of Ringside Roundup here on the channel. And in today's episode of Ringside Roundup, we are going to be covering this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. So as always, we go over the show. I cover everything you need to know about the show. I give my thoughts on the show. And as always, down in the comments below is where you guys can voice your opinions on the show or anything you want to talk about the world of professional wrestling, or even debate my thoughts. You can do all that down in the comments below as mentioned. But as always, before we get anywhere into any video, I should help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow the socials, and the links to those will be found in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account, do all that helps me to tell me not to get you guys straight into today's Ringside Roundup. Alright, so we would kick off the show with AJ Styles. He would come out to the ring, he would say, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw," and then he says, you know, that some back there in the locker room may argue that's like the last time I will ever say that, you know, welcome to Monday Night Raw, or welcome to any WWE show for that matter. He says some may argue that would be the last time I would ever say something like that. And then obviously he is referencing Gunther, because obviously this coming Saturday, AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble is putting his career on the line against Gunther in a one-on-one match for, like I said, AJ Styles' career. If AJ loses, his career in WWE is obviously over. But then from there, you know, he kind of elaborates a little bit, on the topic of John Cena. You know, obviously, you know, AJ Styles brings up his retirement, but then he, you know, references a little bit about John Cena. He's like, last year was the year of John Cena. Last year was John Cena's retirement. But who says that we can't make 2026 the year of AJ Styles? Then from there, he would bring up things like the biggest thing being the world title. He says, you know, that's something that I've earned a shot at in my eyes. That's something that I deserve. I deserve, you know, to get a chance at, and it's something that I haven't held in a while. So then from there, we would see our current world heavyweight champion come out, the best in the world, CM Punk. What CM Punk would have to say is he kind of questions AJ. He's like, AJ, what are you doing? Do you understand what you're doing? And I kind of have to wonder, are you even in the right state of mind, type of thing? And he's saying that because he's like, you know, AJ, you know, CM Punk says that AJ Styles is, you know, is one of his good friends, and it's like, why are you putting your career on the line? Do you know how big of a spot it is to be on the WWE? And you're just going to, and if you lose Saturday, it's kind of, you're just like losing like that, man. You're losing your entire career just like that. Like, that's, you know, you gotta really think about this, AJ, type of thing. And then from there, you know, AJ kind of brings up the question. It's like, you know, Punk, are you like, you know, are you trying to say that I can't beat Gunther, or that I don't have a chance at beating Gunther? CM Punk obviously would deny that, because that's not what he's trying to do. He's just trying to question AJ and really, you know, wonder if he's really in the right state of mind when making these decisions. But then this is where we start to talk more about that World Heavyweight title that we mentioned previously, and this is where it would be made official, because AJ Styles lays down, you know, what if we go here tonight? What if me and you one-on-one tonight, and then if I win here, and then I beat Gunther as well at the Royal Rumble, I become number one contender for the championship. Then CM Punk will elaborate on that idea, make it even better. He says that if we're gonna fight AJ, we're gonna fight here tonight, yes, but we're also gonna fight for this freaking title. No way, there's no other way around it. If we're fighting tonight, we're fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship here in Toronto. So then from there, AJ Styles, you know, that would agree, and that match is set up tonight for the main event. So that's going to be an absolute amazing match, man. I cannot wait. AJ Styles versus CM Punk in the main event for the World Heavyweight title. Going to be such an awesome match. So this sets up this opener set up a lot of good things, but also set up the reality, or the potential reality, where it's like, okay, this could be AJ Styles' last title match in the WWE, man. So it sets up good things, but also makes me question. I'm sure it makes a little bit some of you question as well, where it's like, man, that is crazy to think about, that this could be AJ Styles' last title match in the WWE. But we'll have to wait and see later on tonight, and as well as the Royal Rumble, you know, if AJ Styles actually loses at the Rumble. We'll talk actually a little bit more about that in my upcoming predictions video for the Royal Rumble, but that's a separate thing, of course. But overall, this opener, man, it sets up a amazing main event later on tonight, so I can't wait to see what happens there. Really hope it's just a clean fight and like no interferences with anybody. I hope it's just a straight clean fight between these two. It's going to be an awesome match, man. I cannot wait. Overall, solid freaking stuff in this opener, man. All right, now we move into our first match of the night, which was a 6-woman tag match, and on one side it would be the team of Rio, so Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, as along with Stephanie Vauquer. On the other side would be all the girls from the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. Overall, overall, this match was very freaking awesome, man. Just like the Saturday night's main event match, except there was it was literally just one member added on each team. So for Liv's team, Raquel, and then for the other team, obviously Stephanie. But this match really freaking awesome, man. Some of my favorite moments in this match, or just one of them, was when we would see some nice teamwork between Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. So Liv Morgan would do her code breaker, which then Roxanne would deliver a side Russian leg sweep, and that was all to Stephanie Vauquer. And as you can expect in this match, I mean, Rhea Ripley played a dominant role in this match throughout, pretty much the second, like the midway point to all the way to the end. I mean, she pretty much just dominated the entire Judgment Day, the entire Judgment Day. So you can already expect that was there. So that was pretty cool. And as far as one thing I do actually want to mention is, like, Stephanie Vauquer was not very prominent in this match as she should have been. I feel like maybe that's just me, but I feel like she was not showcased enough in this match. I get they're trying to play that thing that she's injured. I get that with her whole ankle and all that, but man, I feel like you could still showcase her some. I mean, it really felt like it was just Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, not gonna lie, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, overall solid stuff, man. We would even see a missile drop kick from Rhea Ripley, which is pretty awesome, and I believe that was to Raquel. We would also, at the end of the match, we would see Liv and Roxanne. They were pretty much about to win for their team, and then Io Sky would break that up. She'd do a springboard drop kick that would break all that up, and then eventually we would see the Riptide to, I believe it was Liv Morgan. Maybe it was either Liv or Roxanne, one of the two, and then 1, 2, 3 matches over. Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vauquer, and Io Sky do take this one home, so they are the winners of this match. Overall, solid stuff, man. I will say I definitely liked the Saturday night's main event match a lot more, but then again, it's not technically the same match because there was two more people added into the match, but still solid stuff, man. Really still enjoyed this match. I think it was still very awesome. Definitely something worth watching in my opinion. So that was a very solid match in my opinion overall. But yeah, solid stuff, man. And as I said, our winners here were Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vauquer. All right, now we would see all of the members of the Vision come out along with Paul Heyman, and pretty much we started off with Paul Heyman just doing what he usually does, introducing every member of the Vision, their accomplishment, pretty much what they're good for, all that good stuff, so, like Bronson Reed, multiple victories over the Tribal Chief, even got him stretchered out, Logan Paul, pretty much the most influential attraction, just all good things about each member. But then he finally gets to Braun Breaker, which is where the main attraction is, which is quite literally what he says, and pretty much the main reason you guys are here is Braun Breaker, is what Paul Heyman says. And then he would show up on the screen because obviously in this promo, Paul Heyman is defending Braun Breaker because he's trying to get his suspension lifted. So he would, we would see clips pop up on the screen, one of those being, how Adam Pearce did actually put his hands on Braun Breaker first, so it was not the other way around. And we would also see another clip where Adam Pearce would plant brass knuckles in the ring for Rey Mysterio to grab, which would then cost Austin Theory the match from last week. So pretty much what this is Paul Heyman just defending the entire Vision along with Braun Breaker. This is when he would then formally welcome, or formally invite, Adam Pearce to the ring. So Adam Pearce would come out and he would, address the fact that, it was his fault. He started it. He put his hands on Breaker first, and he did put those brass knuckles there. So then we would then see the suspension of Braun Breaker be lifted by Adam Pearce along with his entrance in the Royal Rumble. So Braun Breaker will be in the Royal Rumble, but that's not all. Then things start to take a turn, and it starts to get a bit strange. So then Adam Pearce is like, as a matter of fact, I think you guys deserve more. I think you're in the Rumble. You're in the Rumble. So he just goes every member in the Vision. He goes, Bronson Reed, you're in the Rumble. Adam Pearce, not Adam Pearce. Logan Paul, you're in the Rumble. Austin Theory, you're in the Rumble. So all the members, he says, are now officially in the Rumble. So the entire Vision is going to be in the 2026 Royal Rumble. Then he also says, Austin Theory, you definitely deserve your redemption. You're going to get your redemption tonight against the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. So why I see that's weird is because, well, it was only Adam Pearce was only really supposed to go out there to lift the suspension of Braun Breaker and put him in the Rumble. because that's what Paul Heyman was defending against. But now it's he gave the Vision a lot. Like, he really was like sugarcoating them. He was really fueling them up. But it was like even Paul Heyman is like, what's happening here? So I'm not gonna lie, I think there's something else to it. I think Adam Pearce is plotting something that we don't know, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but we'll see what happens later tonight, or with Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio, and at the Rumble, man. I think something is being plotted against the Vision. I just don't know what. But man, it was really weird to see how Adam Pearce was, giving all those good things to the Vision and not just what he came out there for. Maybe he's trying to be good guy Adam Pearce. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think he's trying to be good guy Adam Pearce, or is there something else to it, man? Let me know down in the comments. But that's really going to do it for this segment here. So overall, really just kind of leaves me, kind of like, what's really going on here is what this segment does, man. All right, now, as mentioned, we would jump into Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio. We're not going to talk about this one, too much, because it's kind of was just an absolute beatdown of the Vision, really realistically, towards the end. So we would get to the end of the match, man. We would see pretty much the Vision obviously going to try to get involved. The Penta and Dragon Lee going to try to stop that. That does not end up really working out well, because, the Vision's pretty freaking strong, so that's not going to work out well for him. Meanwhile, Rey Mysterio is distracted by that, and then, Austin Theory is going to be able to take that upper hand. Going to get that 1, 2, 3 match will be over. Then the Vision going to launch a major post-match attack on all three of these men. So they're going to beat down Rey. They're going to deliver some tsunamis to, all of them, Rey, Dragon Lee, and who was the other? It was Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Penta. Yeah, Penta. So they're just going to pretty much just beat them all down, man. And then that's pretty much all this really was. So really, maybe things are going to really be going good for the Judgment, or if not, for the Vision, man. Maybe they are. Maybe Adam Pearce is actually going to be good, is actually being good guy Adam Pearce to the Vision, man. Because in this match, the Vision literally just got to beat down, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee. No security, nobody trying to break it up, and Austin Theory even won the match, man. So maybe it is good guy Pearce, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see towards the Rumble, or at the Rumble, because that's where we'll really know. But man, maybe good guy Pearce is, maybe good guy Pearce is happening in the Big 26 for the Vision, man. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But as far as this match goes, definitely some good guy Pearce here, man. Not gonna lie. And literally, the Vision got to beat him down, and nothing even happened, man. Nobody tried to stop him. They just got an easy beat down. So pretty crazy, man. Maybe there's good guy Pearce. Maybe there's not. We'll have to wait and see, like I said, for that Rumble. But yeah, that's really all you got to know here. All right, now we would jump into an 8-man tag match between Alpha Academy, American Made, Los Americanos, and The New Day. And overall, this match, man, action-packed and very solid freaking pace to it. Really love the pace of this match. It was, there was not one point where this match really slowed down. I feel like throughout the entire match, it was pretty freaking fast. And honestly, it was a lot chaotic as well. For most of the match, I feel like there was majority. It was pretty much there was one member of every team in the ring at the same time, even though obviously doesn't really work like that. But most of the time it was pretty chaotic. Ring was mostly filled, like I said, action packed though, and overall solid pace to it. So overall solid match, man. Great work from all the superstars here. But it would Otis and Akira Tozawa would defy the odds, because they would come out on top, as they would pin I believe it was Julius Creed. Akira Tozawa deliver a senton off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. And then now the Otis and Akira Tozawa will go on to face the Usos for the world titles, because this match was to declare the number one contenders, whatever team number one contender for those titles. So Otis and Tozawa will be advancing to that. But overall, I think solid match, man. As far as our winners, I think it's cool that Otis and Tozawa are getting a shot. They haven't really gotten a shot at the titles, so it's going to be definitely something cool to see. So I'll have to wait for that match, but overall solid stuff. And yeah, that's really all you got to know. All right, and for our main event of the night, as mentioned earlier in the video, it did take place between AJ Styles and CM Punk for that World Heavyweight title. Gotta be honest, gotta be really honest here. It was not a bad match, but I really was expecting more, in the sense of how, just how good the pace of the match, I guess, was. I feel like it was kind of slow, especially, towards like a good halfway towards the end. I feel like it was a bit slow. I'm not gonna really really like sit here and hate on it, you know, like saying it was completely trash, because it wasn't complete garbage, but I feel like I was definitely maybe expecting more. Maybe I had my expectations maybe too high, but I don't know, man. I feel like there was just something that could have been just better, and it just wasn't there for me tonight. So that was a bit unfortunate for me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how y'all felt about that match, but I, for one, kind of felt that, like I said, I just think there was something missing. I feel like there could have been more to it. Like I said, it wasn't terrible. It really was not terrible in any way. It just, I feel like there was just something that more that could have been there that we just didn't see tonight, and that's really it. So, but yeah, I mean, we would get to the end of the match, and it wouldn't even end in a, you know, with a winner, because we would see Finn Balor come out. He would attack CM Punk, and then he would deliver 3 coup de grace to him, and then pretty much that was it, man. So that was really it for a main event. Balor would interrupt that, so pretty much Balor still got his sights set on the World Heavyweight title, and he was literally told by Adam Pearce that the Royal Rumble, it's full, so, you know, he's pissed off. He goes after CM Punk, still wants that title, so he's gonna take it out on the champion, all that good stuff. So it does end in a disqualification, so no you know, winner as far as a pin or submission goes, so that is a bit unfortunate. Was definitely hoping it, once again, as mentioned earlier, that I was hoping it would have ended in a clean match. It didn't, unfortunately, but at the same time, I think it's honestly good, because at least we're still continuing to see Finn Balor in the main event picture. So I'm actually kind of excited, you know, that it didn't end in a clean fight, I guess, because of that reason only. Like, if it was Gunther that interfered, I would have been pissed. I would have been really pissed off. But considering that it's Finn Balor, and, you know, it's good to and we've never really had Finn Balor in the in the main event picture like this in a while, like he is now. Like, I think that's pretty cool. So I can't really complain on that part too much. But overall, man, that's really all you got to know here. So, you know, Finn Balor interrupts. We don't have a clear winner here, and yeah, that's really all you got to know here. All right, well, it is going to conclude episode 2 of Ringside Roundup, man. As always, I do hope you guys did enjoy, and like I said, be sure to leave your thoughts on how you guys do feel about the concept of Ringside Roundup, and as always, leave your thoughts on this topic, everything that we talked about in this week's Ringside, or in this episode of Ringside Roundup, man. Definitely would like to hear you guys' feedback, not only on just this episode of Raw. I would like to hear you guys' feedback on my personal thoughts on the show, how you guys felt about them, or just other thoughts that you guys have on professional wrestling, on the state of professional wrestling right now. Leave that all down in the comments below, man. But as always, if you guys did enjoy, best way to support your boy, liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow the socials as usual. Links to those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account and my X account. Do all that, helps me a ton, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace. Out of time, so say goodbye.